basketball fans in the Bay, and to Coach Steph Curry, to Coach Dre, the whole group. So it may still go on. It may not. I don't know at this point, but we all need to step away a little bit and then reconvene.
Well, prevention is always the best thing, but our healthcare system can't prevent disease. It only helps when you're already sick. At Kraft Body Scan, we find cancer, heart disease, and other health problems before symptoms appear. And that early detection could be the key to saving your life. Take your health into your own hands. Schedule a couple's heart and lung scan today for only $149. Visit togetherwescan.com.
Is it really brunch if it's not both boozy and bougie? But for those of you that are looking for a softer drink, maybe you want a mocktail instead of a cocktail. Costa has some off-the-beaten-path mocktails, and I'm going to try 3 of them today. So we have a Sky Juice without the gin. This is almost better than the original. Got nice chunks of coconut in it. I love the nutmeg on top. Really, really creamy, really smooth. You barely notice that there's no alcohol in it. In fact, if you give 2 of these to your friend, they may still start acting like they had a couple, even though they did. Joke's on them. Next, we've got a Mint Paloma. Summery, citrusy, minty. Nice. Last but not least, Tequila Sunrise. Although, I think it's just a sunrise since there's no tequila in this. The juices taste freshly squeezed. Got a nice little pineapple essence. Just makes me want to be on a beach. If you want a healthier alternative, a softer touch to your brunch, Costa's got the best mocktails for you. A little spicier than water, a little less spicy than alcohol.
Now, we obviously don't know what the future holds, but I just have so many great basketball memories of this Warriors team. Steph, Draymond, Clay, Steve Kerr. So seeing him on that podium talking about a future that feels a little bit unsure, what does that bring out of you when you think about the future of this Warriors team?
Only like you said, you think about all the great memories. I mean, it's also might not be over. You know,
Yeah.
You never know. I think when you're in this situation, when you're in this season, you put everything you have into it, and just trying to figure out how to get to the playoffs. Unfortunately, they fell short, but this might not be the end. And if it is, I mean, they had one of the best runs of all time, and nothing to hang your head about. You know, they formed a bond that is unbreakable. So, you know, it is sad to hear him sort of speak like that about the unknown, but, you know, it'd be sad if it wasn't sad.
I got a chance to work with Steve and the Warriors when I retired. You know, obviously he's a great coach, a lot of success, championships, but a world-class human being. The way he treats everybody in that organization, players, everyone on the entire staff, all the way to the end, people you've never heard of or see, treats everyone with incredible class, humility. So the way he's gone about doing the job has set such an incredible example for everyone inside and outside of the Warriors. I think with his success, he's earned the opportunity to do what he would like to do going forward. Whether that's continue coaching the Warriors or not, I think he's put himself in a position where he just brings so much value to our game and our society that hopefully he has an opportunity to choose what happens next.
Yeah, and all of us up here know what that feels like. We understand what it's like to be able to land your own plane, and right now, the way they feel is not it's not how they're gonna feel in a month and a half. Right now, you're mentally, physically, emotionally drained. Take a step back. Don't even think about basketball. Maybe you cut on the playoff games, maybe you don't, and then you go back and revisit these conversations in a month and a half, and you have a whole different mindset, a whole different view.
You know, we did see Steve Kerr, Stephen Curry, and Draymond Green at the end of the game.
Sweet, emotional. They had a heck of a run, and like and Blake said, that
we have a member of our team who won an NBA statistical award this year for our highest three-point percentage in the NBA. 47.0. Sure. We have a member of our team who won an NBA statistical award this year for our highest three-point percentage in the NBA. 47.0.
Later in the second, frustration here. Derek, what do you see?
He said the ref said he used his fist to get up. That was a tag. That's just a tag. Ref didn't say it.
If you were hating on Halliburton's weight, you owe him an apology. Couldn't even go in front of the camera if I wanted to early because my eye was basically closed shut. You know, I've lost like part of my eyebrow. My eye is always like swollen. Not good days, bad days, but for the most part, it's bad days. Falls down. He looks hurt. They're kidding me on social media. I've seen him being called Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton's hurt. Right away when he fell. He's in pain. If you were hating on Halliburton's weight, you owe him an apology.
Paolo Banchero and both coaches had to say after the win.
We got a tough team, despite how this season went. Some of the losses we've taken, we know the DNA of this team. And we've been in this type of situation before, you know, in the playoffs, loser out type of game. And we just knew we had to come with a hell of a lot of energy, and you know, we knew we was going to have to match their intensity, and that's what we did.
This has got to, like, hurt a little bit, and you got to think about this offseason. You got to think about when you're on the court, what we're going to do for that extra mile to get
I have to make my business official. Just use Taylor Brands. Taylor Brands? Yes, Taylor Brands. Taylor Brands is a business builder helping you with everything you need for your business. They do it all. Opening an LLC, getting your EIN, business bank accounts, licenses and permits, registered agents, and much more. This is the missing pair.
Rockets are favorites. LeBron gave an early scouting report about crashing the board. Is the great. Well, the Rockets are road favorites in Game 1. Is this disrespectful to LeBron?
I mean, no, but you probably could do top 10 LeBron quotes off the top of your head. That's got to be pretty high. That's got to be pretty high up there for you personally.
Oh, yeah.
With the Mahomes thing.
It is not disrespectful to LeBron
When his two best teammates by a mile are out, and he is playing not a great team, but a team that is at least on their tier with those guys. We knew we had the Lakers based on how they were playing a little ahead of the Rockets, but based on the standings objectively on their tier. One team is healthy and the other is not, and the only guy that's healthy on the team that's an underdog is 41 years old. It's just not reasonable to expect LeBron James to be able to pull this off. So I don't. Of course, he should be a significant underdog in every game of this series and in the series. The main thing his age was better
wants to see from home.
in the week. No. Okay. So now I don't care about his age personally. I care about it for the series. I don't care about it. Do we think a rested, healthy LeBron, who I think have more dunks this year than he's had in 6 years, at least can be on any given night in this series, not only the best player on the court, but the best player on the court with a bit of a gap. On any given night. Sure, I can get sure. Then I have being 2.5 point home dogs, not disrespectful. Being 3.5 point home dogs, a touchdown. Being 5.5 point home dogs in the game of the series that you are, I would think, most likely to win, wildly disrespectful. I think this is, if they're, I don't think the Lakers are getting swept. I think if Luka comes back, they will win the series. It seems like the odds of Luka coming back are at this point slim, so that's why I have Rockets in 6. The game they're most likely to win is this one. Now, I know historically LeBron has had a bit of game 1 feel-out games. I can't imagine that he can afford that here. And I viewed his quote really a call to DeAndre Ayton's arms. I feel like it was, hey man, you are going to be
the second most important Laker against this team in controlling the glass and not allowing them, pardon me, to get additional possessions. But I do think that this is the Vegas lean on this series, all of it, has been a little disrespectful. Minus 900, which is what the Rockets opened, I think it's down to like minus 750, is saying you have no shot. It's saying this series is over, and I think that if one team has LeBron playing at the level that he is, unless the other team is just an awesome team, no matter LeBron's teammates, it borders on disrespectful. And I don't look at the Rockets. Not only do I not look at them as an awesome team, they also are incomplete as far as, guys they would like to have at full strength. Now they've been dealing with it with Fred VanVleet all year and with Steven Adams for months. But this is not a perfectly constructed team due to injury. This is not a team that we've watched all year and like, man, they execute great. This is not a team that at any point this year we were like, well, they might have lost, but they sure love each other in that locker room. And so for all I think in LA, being damn near a touchdown underdog is a little too much.
Yeah, it's not one-on-one basketball, man. You're talking like the best player doesn't always win. The Rockets are the better team. They are the more athletic team. They are the deeper team. They are the better rebounding team. And LeBron's like, are you going to send a message? And he's like, no. And then he sent a pretty clear message. Like, do your job. And I just wonder or I have severe doubts, I guess is a better way to say it, that even if everyone on the Lakers does their job, it's enough with how shorthanded they are. Like, I absolutely agree with you. LeBron's going to have a great game. I would even say, what if he went 30, 10, and 10? A 30-point triple-double. That is more likely than not going to be enough for them to win this basketball game. I don't think it can be understated if Luka is first-team All-NBA, a fringe MVP candidate, and he's out, and Austin Reeves is
their second leading scorer.
And a great offensive basketball player. And at the Lakers at their best, the recipe is we just got to outscore everybody.
Well, I think that changes. I think that part changes. The Lakers at their best, where we just got to outscore everybody because your two leading scorers are objectively not good defenders.
And you replace them with better defensive guys. Yeah. I get it, but
I think LeBron and the Lakers win this game.
When life happens, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it's there for Marcus. Even though he lost his job, he's not worried about finding a new health plan anymore. There are many ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov where millions have found the coverage they need.
Everyone keeps saying they want a remote job, so I'm going to show you exactly how to get one. First, go to flexjobs.com. This is the site right here. Then you're going to create your account. It literally takes 90 seconds and pick your plan. Then just tell it what you want. Remote, part-time, freelance. Literally choose your 5 and then upload your resume so the algorithm can work for you. Next, you're going to scroll through all the listings. And all the jobs are pre-screened, no scams, all legit work from home jobs. And you can set up job alerts so new listings will go straight to your inbox. Then when you're ready, you can apply in one click. Oh, and don't forget to use the free tools like their resume builder and coaching. And those interviews are going to start rolling in. So if you want a real remote job, start here, flexjobs.com.
I think JJ Redick knows those guys are out. And it's not like, hey, we're going to run out the same game plan, except instead of Luka, we're going to have, I don't even know who's starting instead of Luka.
So it'll be LeBron, Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, Rudy, and the fifth guy, Kennard.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Do I think Luke Kennard can hit a bunch of threes and get hot? Yes. Do I think LeBron is going to have a game like he had against the Mavs with a dash of the playoff game, the famous J.R. Smith timeout game, where I will single-handedly carry this team to keep it close. And as long as something catastrophic doesn't happen, we should win the game. Now, if he loses that game, I think it's bad. I think LeBron goes back and it's like, I just emptied the clip.
So that's and again, if people weren't watching 2 hours ago, I picked the Lakers to lose this series in 6. I do not think the Lakers are going to win the series, but I do think, to your point, that with this much rest and preparation going into it, the game they are most likely to win of the whole race is this one. So it could end up being a Rockets gentleman's sweep, and the Lakers win. And most of your analysis is spot on, and the Lakers win this one. And I think there is an element of, if they get the first one, figuring out, is there a way to get one of the next three if it looks like Luka can be back for game 5 or 6? I don't know. But this is if it looks like a must-win, the Lakers are they might be in the only must-win game 1 of any of these teams tonight.
Wolves preparing to slow down Joker Julius Randle, calling on a higher power. Looking defensive play. Do you expect Joker to lead these playoffs as the best player in the league? This is an interesting question because I think that the Nuggets are going to beat the Spurs. And so, like, if Drew was here, he would say Wemby is already the best player in the league. I do not agree. I think you need to do it in the playoffs.
And Drew is softening that take.
Yeah, and I don't want to speak for him, but he has at least said it a number of times.
And I'll speak for him. And we're lying about Drew being sick. He saw we were doing this question.
But I have the Thunder winning the title. But I don't think that there's anything that could happen for Shea for him to be considered the best player in the world.
Really?
I don't. Back to back.
So you don't think?
I don't.
Do you have the Thunder beating the Nuggets in the conference finals?
Yeah. And so he's done that. He's beaten the Nuggets in the playoffs en route to a championship when he was the MVP of the league.
Yeah, but that you don't. So you don't think that? No. I'm saying, but. I'm very surprised by this. Danny Parker, won't think Shea is the best player in the world if he pulls off what you think they're going to pull off?
I think that it is going to be one of those things where it is more about what he has accomplished, but it is still, again, a team game. And that if Shea was on Denver, they wouldn't be. I don't think they would be a 63-win team that's the best. Like Jokic is a force unto himself. As an individual piece, he's 27 points a game, leads the league in rebounds and assists. It's ridiculous. So I think the only way he doesn't leave the playoffs the best player in the world is if Wemby, this other force of nature, extraterrestrial being, doing things that we've never seen before, bests Joker, and then goes on to win the title. I think just because how Shea plays, it is not possible for him to be regarded individually as the best player in the world because of the strength of everybody around him.
So, what you're describing is kind of how I feel, but I just don't know if the way Nick Wright feels about best player in the world is the way the mythical title belt will be held. I think there will be a lot of folks, if Shea were to pull it off and clip Joker or Wemby in the conference finals and win another title, be like, yeah, that guy's the best guy. I do expect Joker to lead the playoffs best player in the world because I think they're going to get to the finals. And I think if he, gets past Wemby and Shea and Luke, it will cement him. I also think that if they lose before the conference finals, I do wonder if he'll hold on that title.
I want to post your avatar on TikTok now. Just click on football and ask create official post. Your avatar is epic. Now it's your
starts to see like if they were I'm not sure. I think it would depend on who then wins in the series between SGA and Wemby and who plays better in that series. But I expect the Nuggets to be awesome this postseason. But just like Danny, there is not really any precedent for a guy to be best player in the world before he ever plays in the playoffs, like we was on Wemby. There is also not a huge precedent for a guy to be considered best player in the world multiple years post actually winning the title with a bunch of early playoffs. There's not, so, you understand what I'm saying? Like, the guys who have held that mythical championship it has been because they either kept in the postseason, winning the title, or playing deep into the postseason. And so Jordan obviously, got it and held on to it with the championship run. Shaq got it, and then I think for most people lost it once he stopped showing up in finals every single year. One of the reasons Bron had such a long reign as that was you saw this guy in the finals every single year, win or lose, being the best player in those finals. For Joker, I think he's the best player in the world, and I think he's going to have a chance. He's just close to winning the mind everyone. He's the best player in the world. But going back in my head, I think the last guy to be considered that without regularly showing up in the finals would have been 70s Kareem. Like, Magic and Bird were constantly there. For Joker to go from championship to popped in round two, popped in round two, Wemby gets him popped in round two, there's just not a lot of in a way here's talked about SGA and his foul rate. And granted, it might be corrected and it might get surfaced. But you were now saying, I have to call him compared to God, and SGA is like saying the rest need to stop calling him. It's very different. And with Wemby, the quote that sticks in my head is Jaylen Brown saying that he is the best human being, the best two-way player of the human beings, because he doesn't count on. So I think that speaks to Danny's point. I think that if Joker beats Wemby, makes just his third ever conference finals, and then loses to the Thunder, even if the Thunder wins, he might still hold on to it. But if Joker loses to Wemby, to your point, maybe that is the guy he takes. Which I think that is exactly what I said. Now, getting it out with you there, if Wemby beats Joker, but then Shea beats Wemby, and now back-to-back years, Shea has beaten Joker and Wemby, and he knows what I think he's going to do, back-to-back finals MVPs, championships and MVPs. Maybe that's a path for Shea to at least enter the consciousness. But I think as an individual talent, it's really between Joker and Wemby. The accomplishment with Shea. Finally, playing games tonight, Hornets in Orlando, the winner headed to Detroit, Warriors in Phoenix. Then I headed to OKC. You were looking for it on an individual show, Steph or Lamar? This is what the easiest get to know. The answer to this question is yes. Now, you don't know what type of show it's going to be, but he's going to put on a show. I know, we have kicked around whether or not the shockingly viral nature of my criticism of him is going to, inspire a level of on-court maturity. If it does, that's going to be a slow bleed over time. It's not going to be within 24 hours. I think that
Rockets will take it.
LaMelo, while I don't think there is anything that happened in the game Tuesday night when they played that would make LaMelo think he should change it. It's like, yes, right. I agree, but I don't think he feels like man, we won. I hit the game-winning shot. I got the fakest penalty of that ever for the playoff ban, because here's the funny thing about the play, which I don't know if you know, his flagrant foul points map everything. Right, the reason Draymond was suspended in the playoff winner was because flagrant foul point accumulation. But the play, it all goes away. So that but the flagrant two that they gave to him retroactively, that's the word, doesn't matter at all. It has no impact. And I think he's probably enrolled. So I think LaMelo is going to play a very LaMelo game, which could be outstanding. I don't think all of a sudden it's going to be like, let me cut back on the one-legged threes. I don't think he's going to play any differently than he's played for the last decade of his basketball life, from high school to New Zealand to the pros. And that would be a show. And I think Steph is probably exhausted. Steph is, fresh off the injury. Carly said he was going to go something of a minutes restriction. He really wasn't. He played 36 despite having to go back to the locker room and missing time. He played the second half. So I think the answer to that question is clearly not.
Yeah, I agree, and it's a fun soapbox. The broadcast is going to mention all of the history on this. And obviously gotten to him, and his brother, his dad, I don't know that fun. I'm not saying it was just because of the show. I don't think he's going to change the way that he plays, but it will be interesting to me how much he cares about the perception and how he's talked about, because this is the biggest game of his life in terms of stakes. And then the next game will be that also. And really, this is when the casual basketball fan tunes in and starts forming opinions on these guys. Like young people like LaMelo, people know about him. He's an electrifying talent. But I am very interested in if he can start shaping a narrative of winning basketball.
Well, and you want to know, and for the first time all year this season, like he obviously, by definition, his team played winning basketball. They had a winning record. They made it playing, and we'll see. I am the other subthought of this is your guy, Kate. Yeah, if Punk and Nickel starts off.
Just Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Pods brings the container to you. Then we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center. And you don't have to do...
He was over 6 over 6 from 3, but yeah, he was taking 3. If he goes 0 for 3, that's what I was going to say. Is getting early hook.
I don't think he'll get an early hook, but I think they could venture to begin late in the game and it would have happened, but I don't think he'll get an early hook pro for 3. The question is, does he get in his head?
Well, it will also be, I'll tell you, we're in one stone. LaMelo starts looking for Con early. To drive and kick for open Con threes. Con starts hitting them. Con and LaMelo are back. High fives, team basketball, winning basketball.
Well, this is a game that I think the Magic cannot afford to fall down early. Paolo was brutal. We didn't talk about it. Paolo was brutal in the first play-in game. They don't seem to have the vibes the Hornets have. They can't fall down.
Hornets win another blowout.
Welcome back, as we are now 6 days away from the 2026 NFL Draft. We want to bring you inside the OT War Room, where every day we talk the big storylines ahead of the draft next week. We got Greg Jennings, Willie Colon, and myself. And Willie, sometimes wide receivers are like, give me the dang ball. Give me the ball, baby. Today is Greg Jennings' day. He is manning the phones. He's going to hog the ball here a little bit. But here's the conceit of the War Room, okay?
Welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports.
Charles visits the United States in a couple of weeks. There's been a rumour, which has been played down by the palace actually, but it's unlikely to happen, that perhaps the Queen, Camilla, taking a big interest in victims of sexual abuse and so on, might meet privately with some Epstein survivors. That looks like it won't be happening. But King Charles will address it. Good morning.
How are you? So you brought a guest
Yeah.
are here with us. Explain, please. Go ahead.
Connor Ben, we signed a 1-fight deal with him, and now we just signed a 2.5-year, 5-fight deal with him to stay.
Thunder leading by 7. SGA and Wallace for the backcourt. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the group from Mark Dagnall starting the second half.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Hastings, the pass to Thompson. SGA with a steal. Now here's Williams. The 3 is up. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA's got 4 assists in the game. Rockets trail by 10. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. Here's Hastings. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hastings has got 25 points in the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 21 points in the game.
My goodness, the answer from deep, Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Thompson. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession. They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Here's Durant. Out to Thompson. Another one falls for Houston.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Now here's Williams. He's got 9. Pass to Holmgren. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Driving in. Hastings to pass to Şengün. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Rockets trail by 10. Thompson passes to Durant. Houston working the ball around. Thompson in the post. Watched by Wallace. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Reeves.
Listen, this guy's doing his part.
That's what I have. I think people try to underestimate because I've had such a phenom in life to ever was on live TV. A lot of people don't have that. They're probably legacy if they've had such accolades that I've had so quickly. Honestly, I think
he's got 5. Williams misses. Reeves with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Reeves the pass to Thompson. Pass to Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Durant owning the inside.
You love the efficiency of that play. Kevin Durant on the interior. Yes, sir.
Outside, Williams. Thompson against SGA. Back to Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Hastings. And then jabbed down as he goes right over Chet Holmgren.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
That was sweet.
And get cut up and all those kind of things. I have to do that. I'm Jay Carter. When you see me, you already see the start. You already see what I'm about to do on stage. I was just letting go.
with a steal.
That's right.
I mean, that's really what the bottom line is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm listening to her, and I know that stuff, but hearing it from her,
It's the confidence. It's the confidence. And, you know, society likes to tell people, be confident, but not too confident. And so that irritates a lot of people in one of the things I feel like is going to be really excited to watch this weekend is your daughter, because I know a big part of who you are is just a mom as well. I think you mentioned age drag. I got to my 3-year-old going on 15. But what's it going to be like to have her here watching me this weekend?
It means everything. It means as a champ. I mean, I've been a champion before. She's seen me be undefeated. It means everything. I'm about to be 3-0 this Sunday at WrestleMania. She thinks I'm a superhero, but don't tell her I'm a supervillain. But it means everything because I want her to know everything that I'm doing with the competition. I want her to be as big as the sky, and I want her to do everything that she wants to do. Love that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that is a huge part of me.
Besides Bailey, Jay Cargill, my favorite.
Feel like representing for the moms out there, doing what you're doing, and being such a great athlete and wrestling as a mom.
It means to teach you that you can do
Charlotte Flair,
and as a mom, they try to support us and they will stay on my mom to support her. You know what? After like there's something I've got to do with buying. I can go out there and I'm sorry I told them. Everybody's telling me, you know, that's your mom, not gonna go work. I think it's a whole new world right now. Tell myself I can do it. Go out there. Yeah.
This is WrestleMania. I mean, obviously, this is going to be fast. We didn't know what it's like.
I am embracing it because right now more than ever, there are so many black women right now. Females now, we have Tristan, we have Carmelo, we have Big E, we have Music, we have Jackie Bella, we have Lola, and just showing that the previous women and men aren't showing all these people before us have paved the way for us, and we're going to continue to pave the way for the next generation. I know who's in her blood to play ball at Jacksonville University. There you go. Okay. You look picked for an NBA camp? Well, I didn't look I'm looking follow the NBA right now. Yes, but I do follow the WNBA. I'm a big Ozzy Wilson fan right now. Yeah, that's right. Amy Wilson, she's on extra team right now. Why? I love it. I just stay to basketball. Listen. Okay, girl. I think so.
If you are a WNBA fan, like Asia Wilson,
yes.
If you had to pick one of the WNBA superstars to be your tag team partner, go out there and win tag team gold again, who would it be?
It would be her. It would be her. She's creaming things right now. I mean, she's doing something that has never been done before. She was Times Woman of the Year. She's breaking glass ceilings, and that's what I'm about. If you see my gear, I want to break glass ceilings for women's wrestling, and I think she's doing that for women's wrestling.
All right, Jake, we really appreciate you taking the time being with us this morning. The belt. Good luck this weekend. We can't wait to watch. Good luck. I don't even know why I said that.
Gators keep us paid.
Exactly. The Gators keep us paid. Thank you, Jake. We appreciate it.
Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They're going to get up a shot. Wallace misses. Rockets trail by 7. Thompson goes in. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Sarah Benzino. Brandon Curry. Jablonski Online, LLC.
Outside SGA. Here's Wilson.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Yeah, that storm is by her side. You both.
I just wanted to come out here before you started talking and wasting everyone's time. First of all, there's nothing that I would like more than to lay you out right now, especially after everything that you have done. But I don't want to give you an excuse not to be able to walk into WrestleMania. I'm not normally the most patient of people. I'm normally not.
Hello, what's your favorite sports on here? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing league on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry.
you guys are going to get Charlotte Flair and her partner, but it's a four-way.
Yes.
So explain that to us.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we're going to be in the ring with Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers. First, I'm a rookie, you know. I'm coming in, I'm 6 months in, officially on the main roster. So be able to have this opportunity to be in the ring led by the legendary Nia Jax, okay? Her history is amazing, but yes, we're going to be in the ring with all these girls. It's going to be 8 of us. It's going to be 4 tag teams, all competing for our...
And what this will also hold, it's going to be all you guys going to be in the ring at once?
Yes.
Well, one of our teammates will be.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, these women know they can't take us one-on-one. Exactly. These all have to get in the ring and try to get We're not worried.
So you guys captured the championship last year. What is the difference between maintaining the championship as opposed to chasing the championship?
Yeah, well, we got it in February of this year, and so it was such an amazing opportunity. This is actually my first goal, ever, and I'm super stoked about it. But yeah, I mean, clearly we're the biggest girls in the entire women's division. Nia wanted me to be on her team. Like, that's so smart. Nobody has been able to stop us, and that's the difference maker. We're the grandest, the most dominant tag team ever. So yeah, so they had to put us in a fatal 4-way tag just to help the other little pipsqueaks out. You know, give them a chance. You know, against us.
But it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
You know what? When you look at the perspective, the women's wrestling is right now. Look at that. I enjoy it. It's out of the stratosphere.
Yeah.
With the opportunity that all of them are getting opportunities right now. From your perspective, what do you think of the state of women's wrestling right now?
Well, we are the best it's ever been. This is the most athletic roster that WWE's ever seen. We have a professional WNBA player coming in. We have gymnasts coming in that come from the Olympic background. We have all kinds of tryouts.
Track and field athletes, I saw that.
We literally have such an array of athletes. But not only that, like, I will say, a lot of our girls are gorgeous. Like, we're beautiful. We're sitting there representing just these beautiful, confident athletes out there that they're putting us on the same level as them. Yeah. So, like, we show up and show out, like, you know.
Did you guys follow wrestling? Because I remember in the 1980s, there was not a whole lot of women. You had the fabulous Moolah, you had Wendy Richter, you had some, you know, and then you came to the 90s, and you had China, you had Sable, you had Jacqueline, you know, you had Logan. Did you guys follow wrestling when you were growing up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I come from a wrestling family. I really
you come?
Yeah, because
you rock, so you know his father.
Yeah, and like actually my first encounter with wrestling was seeing my Uncle Peter Maivia, which is Dwayne's grandfather, just bloody. And I was like, Dad, and he told me, I was like, who did you that? But like, you know, growing up, I love watching people like, yes, the women were in there being a little sexual, showing off a little skin, you know, but you know what? At the time, that was marketing. Men loved it. Like, who showed up to the shows, who paid the tickets, who were getting the merch, right? Like, and then you have China in there, like, rolling with the guys, beating the crap out of the men. Like, that was so cool and empowering to watch that. Now look at us.
Yeah, for me,
carrying it on.
Yeah, like, so for me, I come from, you know, traditional sports, basketball, track, volleyball, cross country, all of that. And so when I was in middle school, I remember seeing all these, like, the Attitude Era. I'm like, this is so cool. But to be honest, I never thought that I could actually be doing that. You know, as a black woman as well, like, I saw, like, a lot of greatness inside China. She was amazing. But I watched it as a fan and just like, oh, that's cool. And then it's full circle moment when I got the opportunity to try out. I was like, I can actually have this opportunity to do it. And, you know, it was Bianca Belair and Naomi and Nia, like, they're killing. I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to go for it. And so, you know, it's the best decision I've ever made in my career. So I'm very grateful to be doing this. But growing up, I didn't think it was possible.
So when I look at the state of the women's wrestling today, you guys are American Gladiator.
Of course.
You guys are so athletic. You guys can actually move. It's just, and it's not to take away anything because this thing called evolution. The 80s were better than the 70s. The 90s were better than the 80s. And 2000s. Right. But when I look at you, you were like an all-American basketball player, 27 rebounds in the game, transferred into the group. Yes. And so now, you mentioned, you got gymnasts coming in, you got track and field, and now these guys get an early head start. They get to go to NPA, they get to train, and the next thing you know, boom, here they are on the big stage.
Yeah, I mean, NXT has been an amazing good foundation for a lot of people that's transferring over their careers, you know, coming from collegiate
sports or professional sports. And so I was down at NXT for 5 years and I learned so much. Of course, I was eager to be on the main roster. I'm like, I need to come up there. Yes, a little over 5 years. But, you know, I was grateful for that because I learned so much. I understood the business where I thought I was ready, but honestly, who knows if I was coming up a little earlier. Things might not have been, destiny ordained for me at this point. So it all works out. But NXT has really helped so many people transition.
Speaking of this, when it comes to any kind of partnership, no matter what you do, whether it's relationship, whether it's friendship, whether it's what you two are doing, really, and having the success that you are, there's one main key ingredient. It's chemistry. Yeah. How did you know when picking a partner that the chemistry you guys would have would be what it is now?
So I had the opportunity to go down to NXT again.
Okay.
And we're two big concepts. Like going back and forth, we had to crap out of each other. My poor girl, at the end of the match, I think I almost knocked her out. Like we were, she was like through a big ass table. Like we were just going back and so seriously, so like I was like, hey, I'd rather have whiskey than against.
Right.
But there was a moment, and I spoke about before my mom, and we saw it was Lashley train before we went out there. And I was like, you know what, we're both like, I'm so face driven and she is too, and I felt like we just like so easily that was one of the reasons I was like, you know what, we'll be in and out the ring. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of storylines, there's a lot of writing that goes on in the WWE. Do they let you choose your partners or do they choose partners for you?
I think it depends on the level of like a veteran, right? Like, Roman Reigns is going to go in and pick whoever he wants to pick.
Right.
And then there's times where they're kind of bringing people up and they're like, you know what, you guys will be good together and we can make something out of it.
Right.
So I think it just depends. Like, there's times where it's like, hey, I have this pitch. I think that, Lash and I would be a great tag team. You guys have never seen humble. She's on that vet status where she actually asked for me, and I'm so grateful for her. She asked to come down and work with me at NXT, and so I think they saw how well we worked together, and they went for it.
I have to make my business official. Taylor Brand. Taylor Brand is a business builder helping you with everything you need for your business. They do it all. Just looking at LLC, getting your EIS, special bank account, license to the permit, registration, and much more. This is the missing pair I needed for my business. Go to Taylor Brands and start your business today.
Of course, he's talking about the season series. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Your rehearsal goes in to in front of the camera, because a lot of it is just not wrestling. You got to sell this thing. You got to get it in front of the camera.
Jimmy, you want to get the ring? You're trying to fight.
There's no way I can be a part of something and not have any experience doing it. So I have no choice but to get knocked down. If I really told him, instead of being able to have the
I would be bothered where he heated. I would be I can get it high.
We'll find me in the post.
I'm ready. So check this out. The girls, and they're like, hold on, wait a minute. We gave her about time and we coming back to play. Hold on, wait a minute. There's no queen on the block. Y'all ain't
for them, they had, oh my goodness, they have such an amazing career, and clearly they're not done yet. But the thing is, when they were wrestling, these weren't a thing. The women's tag team championships were a thing we were wrestling before. So now they're coming back like, hey, we helped build this division. So now I understand. I still probably trying to come back and come after, our titles, but I'm gonna go ahead and say they ain't getting.
Y'all trying to retire here because that's what will happen. Y'all trying to get you built.
It's really about
one of the things that also strikes me is their attitude.
Not wrestling. All the time.
For the Thunder, Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Williams.
Matches. Not wrestling all the time.
I'm gonna say
He's good for Durant.
Rock Hogan. Yeah. Okay, so this is a fairly new one that I feel like if you go back and watch it, they're all going to say yes. It was the triple threat with Io Sky, Rio, and this year last year, I personally believe it completely stole the show. It outshined all the men. That's it. Yeah, that was definitely it. Yeah.
And I agree with that one. And another one for me is actually Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. Yeah. That one is actually what really inspired me to be like, okay, I'm where I'm supposed to be. Like, I actually felt something watching the match. Like, I got emotional. So that one just hit different for me because it changed the whole trajectory of, like, my mindset.
Do you guys ever think, I mean, you're a partner, and normally with partners you kind of stay together, but have you ever thought about doing anything single, individually?
Oh, I mean, you already know how it's working with this. Eventually, it's going to be one little greedy me. One more of a little spotlight. We're going to bow it out. Right out. And whenever she's ready.
No, we're not breaking up tangents.
I like it. Wait. You're engaged. That means at some point, that means you get married. Now, if you didn't know, I'm official. I can officiate your wedding. And I can perform. Got a little mariachi band, you know. I don't know how to do mariachi. I sound like my mom. That's you had to destination.
Release the date for a public wedding. We'll talk about it. Yes, it is a destination wedding. We'll talk about it. We need to talk, right?
Realize now, and I'm sure they probably told this. You don't do some things where you eat, where you work. How difficult was that? Because you're trying to, right?
And we're not going to get
Absolutely.
I think it works because he understands you go through, and so the sacrifices that each other have to make. And you know, there's sometimes that you on the road for 7, 8, 9, 10 days. You don't understand that. You're on the road 7, 8, 9, 10 days. You understand that.
You're absolutely right. First of all, the reality is when we first came into wrestling, I came like 2 months before him at the PC, so we basically got hired around the same time. We were in totally different relationships. Like, he was doing his thing, I was doing my thing. You know, it didn't work out for obviously our past, which I'm grateful for. But you know, I got to know him as a coworker and just a friend. I didn't talk to him outside of work. It was just, you know, a good coworker. But then, you know, as I have more free time, I'm like, damn, this is a really good dude. And I ain't gonna lie, he really is. When I see him the first time, I said, oh, I gotta stay away from him. Like, that kind of going. So I knew, but no, I agree. Like, I never wanted to ever date anybody in any career field that I was in. Yeah, but dang, like, it's just like a gift from God. And I feel like he is my man for me. And with us working together in this career field, I'll say wrestling, traveling, all the stuff, missing holidays, missing birthdays, missing weddings, like we get to travel together and we're on the same roster because WWE has 3 tiers. Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. We graduated from NXT, but he could have easily been on Raw or vice versa. But we're on SmackDown together, you know, and so it's helped us so much. And we can both, you know, be real and vent to each other about, you know, just, you know, little adversities we're going through, and we can understand each other. So, yeah.
Like you said something very interesting. You said, my intentions were not to be involved with anyone in this field. But the heart won't put it on. And what I tell people a lot of times is like the moth in the plane. You think the moth wants to go to the plane, you can't help it. He knows what's going to happen. I gotta stay away from them. But the more you stay away, the closer you get.
Because when you're around them, they are literally meant to do it. They're like, you know, when you are married, husband, wife, one, and I truly believe they two were meant to do.
I don't mean to be impersonal. I'm married. I'm so glad you said that. I have a friend of mine that came into town with me that I think perfect. He understands his schedule, he understands sacrifice, and all the things that entail in allowing you to still be great while being an awesome partner. Okay? Now, once the show is over, I introduce you out back.
Y'all got some football players. Oh my God. A nice, independent, strong man.
You like football players?
Listen, I don't talk about any of that.
Okay. I'm here to help. I'm going to bring you back.
Well, I was told by my cousin, Nephew's cousin, he said, shit really. So obviously, was just like, don't ever date any of the boys.
Well, you're not a cheerleader, so that ain't where you eat at. So you'll be good.
No, I love it. Thank you.
How much? I mean, obviously, at some point in time, you got to think about starting a family, and so clearly, right now, but you're at the 18th. You just started.
But what's so cool and like what I've gotten to see while being here now, we have mothers who do it now. That we literally, I've seen it where Becky Lynch, all these
Wife,
yes, they do
baby travel.
they bring the baby along. It's possible, like, to still pursue, your career, your passion. So, of course, I want 25 little mini-me's running around.
No, for sure.
When the time is right. But, if, God willing, if it comes earlier than we expect, I want to still, wrestle. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's just a hard question for women. It's like, we want to be mothers, and we want to do that thing, but it's then we have to stop what we're doing. The train keeps going. We're like, well, then you're going to miss out on that opportunity. It's different for men, like, we'll have babies, and that's amazing.
Men don't miss a beat.
Exactly. Well, it is a very kind stop to do it, and then forget about me. It's definitely a difficult thing, but it's something that, now it's very welcoming in WWE. Like, let's put our daughter backstage, we have Becky Lynch, damn. And then your kids, and, Nikki and Bree, you bring their beautiful.
So give us
as a great collegiate basketball player, did you ever consider the WNBA?
Well, I got drafted, Shannon. I got drafted to Seattle Storm. I was second round 24, and that was in 2019. Wait, first of all, let's shout out WNBA. The women are here.
Come on,
Yes.
3 years, 5.
Oh, shout out to her. Shout out to all of them.
They won. I was like, well, damn.
Shannon, when I got drafted, my pay check was $68,000. It's a night and day difference. Yes, I ain't making it now, but
you made more than I did when I got drafted. I made 63.
No way.
You did.
Back then?
No.
Yeah.
No.
63,000 a year. 63.5, and then I made the next year. I made 73.5.
Wow, I had no.
Only 70. Sorry.
I'm very shocked by that.
I remember you guys, well, both of you, like, your careers were insane.
I'm a legend.
I played way up in the
I was trying to be respectful.
But no. But when I first got to the league, there was not free agency.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like the WNBA. So they had to evolve, and so the salaries started to evolve, and guys started to get compensated fairly, kind of like the WNBA. You look at these women that came in, and they made
us as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to say anything bad, but like for the women in WWE, it's taken us a long time to get to a certain level of pay.
It's respectable.
Yeah, okay. Which, like, there's some men that will come in and they'll be like, I can retire after 6 years because I made a nice bucket, right? Like, well, some of them, depending on where they're booked, and then there's women that's like, I'm 10 years in, I can't, I'm going to still have to work after this. It's like I put my body through the line. But now, right now, I do believe it's a different landscape for the women. But understandably, like, I started in NXT and I was like making 30 grand. Like,
when life happens, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it's there for Sophia. She's having a baby, so she can enroll in a plan that covers the big and little things. There are many ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov where millions have found the coverage they need.
I'm high cortisol. I show up around your belly, no matter how hard you work out. I make your face look puffy and tired, even when you eat super healthy. And I make it almost impossible to sleep. No matter what you do, you just can't get rid of me.
Hi, I'm Marsman. I help support healthy testosterone and bring stress hormones back into balance, so your body can finally start losing that stubborn belly fat. Hundreds of thousands of men take me and feel the difference. And I even come up with a 90-day guarantee. Try me for 50% off risk-free.
crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's definitely like come a very long way, but I get where, you know, we're in the same boat.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have looked around and checked the landscape, because I've been following I've been following wrestling when it was Georgia Championship, because wrestling used to be regional. So you had Georgia, you had Florida, you had Mid-Atlantic, you had the Atlantic, the Midwest, and so forth and so on. But when you look at it now, it seems to be more minorities are being involved, be it women, of color, it does not matter.
Yeah.
Am I the only one? Am I seeing things?
No. Yeah, not at all. We have, you know, like Naomi's been doing, like Naomi, I feel like she's been pioneering for the Black women for like over, like she's 15, 16 years, like that woman. And to me, it makes me so mad because I feel like she didn't even get the flowers she truly deserved. Right. She's so incredible. She put up with so much.
I can imagine.
I mean, one day she'll tell her story, but she put up with so much that we all now get to, it's easier for us, right? And, you know, it is, but now it's like totally normal. You got Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, they got to main event, but didn't come without somebody like Naomi and Jacqueline, like these women who really like paved the way. And it's incredible to see now because now it's just nothing different.
Right.
Yeah.
Even because you go back and look, even when The Rock was at his height in the WWE, it was basically Rock. Now you got Jey Uso. Now you got Trick. You got your guys. I'm like, well, damn, look at this.
We got over there. For his life against Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the what was this? The Royal Rumble, where they just keep bringing out women, and they keep bringing out. I'm like, well, damn. Hold on. Let me get with her and then send her. And then I don't want 10, 15 women in the ring at once.
Yeah, it's a really cool match though, and Nia made history. She was in the men's Royal Rumble and beat up some of them. Yeah, the only woman to
RKO.
Yes.
I got 619. I got RKO.
But Nia, I mean, I'm gonna have to rethink this about trying to set you up with somebody. I mean, hey, bro, you do
aggressive. She's a smaller woman.
She can body slam.
Whatever.
Okay.
Stay in line.
You 320, she still can fire and carry your big ass.
You know what? I have one more question.
Yeah.
Whenever we tell our stories are always beautiful. Yeah. But most of the time, it's the end product of our said story. So Unc had a phenomenal story that we talk about all the time. I have a phenomenal story where there's certain lessons that we learn that catapult us to success and make us remember why we got to where we are. When it comes to YouTube, I want you to give me one lesson that you remember you learned when you were in NXT to help you with that transition to the big stage.
So this lesson I learned, it came from Vince McMahon. It was something where I got in trouble. We won't talk about why. Okay, we won't get into that. But he did tell me, he's like, you're no bigger than anybody here backstage or in the ring because you need everybody from light.
This woman in Kansas City searched her name and found $6.1 million in unclaimed money. Like, what?
Wait, you don't know about her?
DJ, you go crazy. DJ UTV, let them know we got in the building.
Stop playing with me. What's wrong with your voice? It's cracking. It's cracking in your voice. You good?
Yeah.
You scared? No, you gotta be scared. Yeah. No, listen. You already know. GDP fight slower. New game. I'm 42 now. I'm 40. I'm rolling. I'm 40.
Alright, cool. 40. 607
Not the pump. Gotta say it right. Cause like you be tripping. And the first time I see you in person, right? Every time I see you, I saw you way everybody else see you because you scare me to shit. They see you. People don't know that you just like say cheese. They see you over the phone. So I never saw you in person. This is the first time I seen you in person.
That's a fact. You uglier in person.
Come on, man. Stop that.
You look better on camera. Well, yeah, this is our first time linking. So welcome back to DJ UTV. It's definitely a blessing to have you. For the third time. Third time's a charm. How you feeling today,
3. Yeah, everything coming threes. 3s, 6s, and 9s. And 9 is the last number of the number system. But they give you 10. But 10 is fake. So 10 gotta be fake because 10 is just 1. It's just repeat. See, everything in life repeat. But they want to make you think time go in a straight line when it don't. Everything go in a circle. Right? That's like a lot of people don't know this. But I'm trying to tell you this because you don't know. You're from Chicago. You should know everything was in a circle in Chicago. All you saw the same thing happen in the same outcome over and over and over and over. Different players, same fucking outcome. Stop playing with me. We live in a circle. Yeah, I'm gonna go. We live in a circle. Yeah. You don't believe me? Listen, you don't believe me? Let me tell you this. A lot of people watching don't know. DJ, you don't know this from Chicago. Did you know that if I take a big circle, right, and I put a small circle in the middle of it, how those circles got the same points? Meaning they're the same size. And I put another circle, it's the same size. Another circle is the same size. No matter how many circles I put, they all got the same points. It's weird. On G. On everything. I don't know. What the hell are you talking about right now? Yeah. What you mean? I'm talking about the points in the circle, nigga. The points in the circle. Right. The lifeline. The breath. You know what I'm talking about?
I just heard the number 9.
Yeah, number 9. So, yeah, after number 9, there's no more numbers. They trick you, they confuse you. They teach all the 10 that there's a 10, there's 11, but there's no 10, there's 11. How can it be when 9 is stopped? Everything else repeats. I'm telling you, if you won't, gang, you stuck in a illusion. I'm like, oh, you don't know. Yeah, you stuck in a losing game. Yeah. But I ain't no illusion. That's why I'm on this couch, not that couch in Chicago. Oh, geez.
That couch gone.
Yeah, it should have been gone. Yeah, you don't know who's on that couch, but I know who's on that couch. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of people watching this don't understand. They probably think that your house, where you had everything at, wherever you had it in that little building, that building was haunted, or that you was haunted. No, it ain't like this. See, I'm gonna tell you what I mean. I just left New Orleans, right? I just left Memphis. I just left every gangster spot you can think of, right? But as soon as I came home, the first thing I did was took a spiritual bath. You know why? Because all that stuff, all that trauma was connected to me. And if I would have brought it in here, it would have released. And everybody in here would have been traumatic. But the problem with you didn't release that negative energy that was stuck in that building. So it wasn't you. You didn't bring that energy in there. It came in there. That's what I want. I just want to let you know that, right? Yeah. Oh, geez.
What is going on now? You know?
No, it ain't gone. It's still there. Whoever got that building, it's still there. It can't leave. Listen, ghost. You ever heard of ghost? You ever heard of that? Listen, I'll keep it real. It cannot leave. It's stuck in that building. That building will forever be haunted. What's wrong? People gonna die in that building from now for the next 30,000 years.
Yeah.
What's wrong? I can't make this shit up, DJ. Right? But you is to blame for it. You brought all the negative energies together.
Yeah.
Right? And the negative energy they kind of mixed in there. And you got like a negative baby in there. It's bad. It's worse than what Jeff. I was like, oh, yeah.
Good Jeff,
we got that one with Jeff. Oh, shit. No, because Q50 was the St. Louis. They shot him the fuck up. Yeah, they shot Q50 and fucked up the St. Louis. Look, Jeff, he ain't happy about that. I talked to the spirits. Look, Jeff told me, he said, damn, he can't believe that happened. Yeah, he fucked up about that. That's all. I gotta look this shit up.
So did he really do shot up?
Come on, gang. Everybody think it's come on, gang.
Yeah.
He got shot up. Everybody like, oh man, there was no reports made.
He didn't get hit.
Listen, gang, let me tell you something. He ducked good. He ducked good. A nigga that ducked good can't get hit.
Welcome to K Sports. We have the NBA coming up.
Right, and I heard that nigga was ducking before.
Richard Jefferson. This is Brian Anderson.
Jump up.
And it's the Bucks to start.
What? I call it the pitch. I already had that thing. I already had time.
And it comes off.
He has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
That one goes. And hitting from the mid-range here and early.
Don't you say it. Heavy sheet. No, that's too good. He's a heat sheet. He's a heat sheet, nigga. Yeah, he's moving. Right? He's moving niggas that was coming to get him. The fact he was coming to get him was coming to get him. But there we go. On top of the shit. Right? Here's where they come. Stop like oh wait. We got him before they got him.
More of a ball. Very impressive.
He just jumped out that motherfucker with the song. He said to get through the gap. Why did he jump out, get through the gap, start fucking his thing? They need to be all for everything. They all for the rap cap. And I'm not saying Jeff was a killer. Everybody knows Jeff was a killer. Everything connected to Jeff hates him.
Makes it look easy.
Just a selfless play by Giannis. He knows all I heard the way to do it. Only I heard it came from Jeff. Right?
Knocks down the long.
Oh, no, now he's wrong with Jeff.
And that's what I want to do.
You got your balls on through. Nah, I need to look at Jeff. I'm going to
Porter.
250 act just like Jeff. Listen, he be on live, from live like Jeff. You know how Jeff, he put his face all in his phone and shit when he live stream? Now who he doing?
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Listen, I'm saying, you gotta have your own identity to stand out. The only reason he stands out now is because Jeff is dead. Everybody's trying to fill that void, fill that gap. Right? He's trying to beat Jeff. Instead of trying to avoid and beat Jeff. Listen, I'm saying it's crazy. Right? He's trying to always like that. Listen, I got problems with you. There are problems with you. Like, Omar. You know, for the that he's fucking. Right? He's just now, the big thing is, watch it. You just now took the ball. Watch that.
That's his first foul.
Everybody was dead in there now. We ain't got nobody to be here. The only one left. We gonna choose the right. That's what we do. Right? That's what we're talking when it comes to Chicago. Okay? Man. That ain't no bullshit. Grind baby, grind baby. I also say no more than I even do. You just get money right there. You should know. If you don't know, you should. You got him on here.
David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. 152 left in the first quarter.
Hey, you are trash.
Fuck is that? What the fuck is going He's such a good shooter. He can pass it too. Milwaukee leading by 5. Here's a sloppy turn. Locked in. Paid the price.
What do you want, Daddy?
A ferocious shot block. Turner provides a
We got a little bit, right? Coming from the source of the energy, meaning they would get that shit. Right side corner. Ain't got no fucking energy. They ain't got no fucking energy. They ain't got no damn energy in that shit.
Gotten his second bucket of the game.
What's wrong with you? I want to ask about the F thing about. You will ask like you.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck. Plenty of time left in this one. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one? Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was the emphasis of their attack.
I'll try and target you.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
They ain't got no shot. They ain't got no shot. Bullshit.
What a finish. I mean, he
we going.
What a
Where you going? 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 Ah! You ain't going nowhere. Who has it? Trash.
Denver's getting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And some changes here for the Bucks. And both free throws to the inside.
Who has it and what?
He's fouled. He'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the contest. And that one misses. Nuggets trail by 11. Murray with it. Now Porter.
That's bullshit.
This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Easy work. That's a bucket. It's all good. We're going to get that back. We'll get that back in dominant fashion.
Nice shot by Watson. Watson's
You'll get that back in dominant fashion.
Nice ball movement. That's how you break down the defense.
Where you going?
Outside Porter.
I thought you were going to get that back in dominant fashion. Big trash. You locked in, nigga. You locked in. You going for 50.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets.
Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Oh, trash ass thing.
The Nuggets with another miss.
Should have thought about that before they got busy. I ain't playing no games.
When Giannis starts to drive, the defense
It's all moments right now, nigga. Nope. Fuck trash ass thing. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with that nigga? We out. We out.
Inside.
Oh, let's go! I ain't playing no fucking games, man. We're gonna get crushed. We're gonna crush this guy. Yeah, fuck that up. Fuck that up. You get nothing. Trash. Again. Trash. Alright.
Fast break. Here come the Nuggets.
Oh, I wanted to pin that. I wanted to pin the fuck out of that.
Passing big man. 60 racks up in this position or something else.
Yeah, I like that.
The Bucks leading by 13.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Pass to Turner.
Nobody ever looks down on the universe, right? And everything else, the universe that we can't see is God. So, that concludes the third one too.
Early on, Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over the offensive end.
Now back up. Right? And then he said,
here's Murray.
when the soul located, he said, so
Nice play by Murray. Big guard who was unafraid to mix it up
is located in the soul.
They get the rebound.
So good. Exactly where the soul was located.
Touch off the glass.
How you do that?
Antetokounmpo has only got 10 points now. Just in this quarter.
Trash. He thought he had a highlight play.
Right? You can say he did.
Shit.
He's got 16.
Idea it was a fucking
Misses
trick.
the dunk.
But I know.
It's Brown on
I
the
know.
wing.
That ain't even trash.
He was going to jail. They only put out what they wanted to do. They didn't saw all passing videos. And then they saw all those videos. They control the media. They control the reality. They control what you see. So why the fuck we believe anything they say? You know why we don't believe it? Right? Everybody believes right now. They don't fucking say it. Right. There's no such thing as race. You're black. Right? I'm sorry.
That's his first
I'm
foul.
black from backwards. Right? They put all of them together because they have less yellow. So in order to harness enough power, they need more.
Outside, Brown. From deep, Johnson. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
Because your brain
Johnson's got
become
himself on the board
logical
with a
at
three
age
there.
25. So at a young age, they teach them the kids how to control their mind. That is the reason for why they got them in the line. Right? No, even if they say, okay, trust your kids.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it can be different reasons. But these people understand energy, they understand individualization. We talk about people that put we talk about what they got all the shit about impact. We talk about they don't understand, right? The basketball space, right? That's what people use about space. So these all people in the same league, right? Same thing. So if I want to go from first to the moon, we're going to right? If I want to go from earth to Mars, it takes me 4 months. If I want to go to Earth to Jupiter, it takes me 9 years. But after I do Jupiter, the speed is so slow, I'll be stuck like this. You fly, you never go back to Jupiter. Right? You just fly, you never go back to Jupiter. It's not fast.
You ain't got what it takes to do more shit. Smoking the shit out you like a pack of cigarettes.
You smoking the shit out this nigga like a pack of Newports on Saturday and Sunday, nigga. We ain't playing no games.
2K Sports.
Moments, nigga.
The life of this world is
Yeah, there wasn't too much drama in the first half. Maybe things will tighten up in the second half. Here's Gordon.
We had a highlight play.
It's spicy and totally with him. Okay. He's going to be losing this one.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court.
Guys, get some reading space. It has to be a great play on each end.
No one will realize that we stuck up here for one lead. No one can leave. Right? And we all saying we stuck.
From down low post, it goes. He's got 26.
I just think of the game. I mean, you have to love this approach. No unbreakable this is the only way to get out of here, right? Because you keep that, you got a big space and time. Right? And we know he's there. Right? The one is there, super smart.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. To the middle. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got 5 points.
Get all information from what is 5 of the audience make from the guy like what did they find? They
discussed that at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Yeah, they found
It's no timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute to regroup his players.
This stuff has been told for generations and they understood it because it was told back when them niggas talking about M2 Mr. Square. So we talking about this in 3 games. We talking about shit they always do. But the part of the time travel, you gotta bend space and time. The only way to bend space and time is through the
just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
You gotta bend reality. Right? That's the only way to travel. Is to bend reality. To realize that you know reality. It's kind of crazy to understand that there's 2 things going on, right? Everything around here is fake for real. Everything is fake for real. Right? Everything on earth is fake. But the experience of that is real.
From beyond the arc. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'm here for the experience. I'm not here to figure two things out. I'm not looking inside the F-thing cut here and out. Why do I know about F-thing? How can F-thing help what? They put F-thing next to Michael Jackson. They would say Michael Jackson got kids forever. They put F-thing next to everybody that was trying to destroy it for years. I'm not the one to decide. I'm not saying F-thing is bad to do it. I'm not saying none of that. But I'm saying the same people, it was other people, they were trying to destroy it for years. Everybody hated it. All the stuff is going on. Why? Nobody in their mind. Everybody gets paid information.
Nuggets trail by 19.
All the interviews and everything right now that's going around.
From outside. Drills it from deep. Murray's got 5.
It's being rejected.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Phone work, and when your mind works, whatever you think comes through the phone. So for everybody that think he's guilty, all they gonna get stuff to their phone, proving that it's a phone to go where you are. But for me, I did it. I was thinking guilty. I was thinking crazy. I was thinking I care that. So I like stuck in the duty analyze it. And after my complete
emphasis on jacking up
Pulls up on the wing.
Trash,
Rebounded by the Bucks. And 22 was their biggest lead. 1:52 left to play in the third quarter of basketball.
Obviously, this guy
The Bucks leading by 17. Denial good. Antetokounmpo's got 12 points now in the quarter.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Outside Murray. Takes the three.
I know you're going to sound way too good to be true. It's incredibly easy to start. It took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours in my application, but that sort of told me that the platform was legitimate.
So if you're thinking about signing up for that invitation, my advice would be this.
Pass to Jang. Stolen by Jokic. And here's Gordon. Turner covers. Again, Denver scores.
You won't often find Gordon in
And
the mid-range.
the yeah, after my analysis, I determined.
6 on the shot clock.
Like a word, I'm testing myself. Oh, yeah, after my analysis, I determined that
Porter's got his first points of the game.
Nice job by Porter Jr. attacking the interior. Close range shot.
I'm good at
Bucks leading by 16.
You don't know. You don't know you can do that. If everybody do that, you just second like that. Right? You want to play get the game to girl.
Johnson on the wing.
Right. So,
And as we end the third quarter, double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Milwaukee out in front.
Yeah, Kevin Good does
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive.
Don't say nobody else. Don't say
Milwaukee with it's an 18-point lead.
You got to sit on internet with everything showing his busted lip. They try to come up with a reason why he got a busted lip. But that's the problem with life. The problem with life is everybody trying to worry about what's coming. You got to handle what he is now.
Just 5 on
That's
the
the
clock.
problem. Everybody trying to figure shit out. The world is not made for you to figure it out. The world is made for you to watch. I can't say that word either. The world is made for you to watch. I got told that word vocabulary, nigga. So don't laugh and make fun of me, nigga. I'm from Tennessee, but I'm God. Because they keep changing the words.
Now here's Murray.
Yeah.
Valanciunas is open.
Right? You're not supposed to
And
really
it's Murray picking up the assist.
right? Because what happens, you can only reason decide to get the action to what happens. Right? Only thing I can decide is to see the information that's about everything and protect my family and protect my kids in situations like that. Before I say everything did that. I think it's a commercial. Right? It's in the trade. See what happens. Right? And I keep the one I love to take from it. And I also get people respond to it. But if I hold on to the fact that he did it, what if he did it? Do you believe he killed himself? I don't believe nothing. He can kill himself. There's nothing like this. You can do it. Like, I'm saying this like watching you can understand. You can do it. Like, they feel that they saw. Fucking trash.
Underrated quickness.
The whole of the guy.
Finished at the rim
They
so
probably
well.
He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team.
All that bullshit.
Try. Look at it. Got his ass reeling, nigga.
They never.
Damn! They play no games this nigga, man.
Now, this camera not busting for a split second. It had split second that it
Look at him, look at him, reeling. Got his ass reeling. Where you going? 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 Ah! We going to get his camera, man. That nigga's fire as shit. Right, we knew you about to do that. Yeah, we going. Alright, that. Like that. You touch your body. You touch your body. Clean that ass. Yeah, done. Ass hooked. Chuck cheese. Cheddar.
Milwaukee leading by 17. Now Kuzma. Here's Kuzma.
Oh, I think you get it.
You know what? I just recently realized that we are actually living in fear.
Yes, 100%.
I just
Good passing to set that up. Team on.
I don't know what else to say about your roof ass. About time you quit. This thing, 8 years quit.
I have to make my business official. Just use Taylor Brand. Taylor Brand? Taylor Brand. Taylor Brand is a business builder helping you with everything you need for your business. They do it all. Opening an LLC, getting your EIN, business bank account, licenses and permits with registered agents, and much more. This is the missing pair I needed for my business. Go to Taylor Brands and start your business today.
Take control of your ride by customizing your safety preferences in the Uber app today.
In 3/4, we just destroying this nigga with Giannis. We only missed, what, 7 shots? In 3/4, we missed 70 shots. I mean, 7 shots. That is amazing. Let's go to the gym. Get some food again. Smoke, go to work. I'll be back on this shit to get them 4 points. Get them 4 points.